So step 2 is picking my ability scores. Now this will depend on how your dungeon master wants to do things. They may say just pick the standard array or just do points by, or you might roll your stats or even do it a different way. I'm just going to use the standard array because that's something I know off the top of my head, so I can just do that really easily. Now, you want to put your highest score in your most important skill. For most classes, this will be the skill that you attack with. So if you're a burly melee character, like a fighter who uses an axe, you want to use strength. If you are playing a wizard, you want to do intelligence. I'm playing a cleric. My spellcasting is wisdom, so I'm going to put my highest stat, which for the standard array is 15, into wisdom. After that, you might know that there's a skill you kind of still want, so I still want to be able to wield my mace, so I'm going to put a 14 in there. And then after that, dexterity and constitution are good safe bets. I should say the one class you don't want to put your top stat into your attack is barbarian. You want your top stat in constitution, because constitution is useful to everyone, because it depends. That's what guides how many hit points you're going to get. So if you start with a very low constitution score, you will start with a very low amount of hit points, which means you're not likely to get out of level 1, basically. Like I did have a friend who, first character he ever made, he made a wizard with 8 points of constitution. That meant that wizard had 5 hit points and died at level 1. So do put points in constitution. Don't dump constitution. I'm going to do constitution next and then dexterity, because dexterity is also important, because unless you're in heavy armor, that's going to have a bearing on your armor class. After that, I'd have a chat with the other people in my group, see what everyone else is strong in, and choose my dump stat effectively. So your dump stat is your lowest stat. You want to make sure that you're not leaving gaps in your party. So you want to make sure that not everyone has dumped the same stat. Now, I did hear a horror story of a party. The entire group dumped intelligence and just got stuck at every single puzzle and couldn't really, investigate things. That always failed all of their history checks. So it's good to have balance across your team. So let's say I'm in a group with a warlock, which is a charisma caster, and a bard, who's another charisma caster. So I'm going to dump charisma because I know my team have got my back. And I'm not going to do my modifiers just yet, because these will change. So again, if you're doing this on paper, do these in pencil, because 2 or 3 of these are going to change. So you've picked your ability scores. It's time to move on to step 3.